episode, we are going to be putting lifters and trays in. Not really much else going on today. I'm waiting on some parts. This episode will probably have a bunch of stuff mixed in. I just did Matt Happel's sloppy best cam. We put the import version in this, and I did do cam bearings. I know wasn't supposed to look, but they were bad, and I definitely want to do them. I didn't get that on video. It was a bit difficult, and kind of had to do it a couple times, so I'm not really proud of the way it came out, but they work. Cam spin freely, so we'll go ahead and get started. The lifters I'm using are actually takeouts from, I believe, a LS6 or maybe an LT1, and a set of trays from one of those vehicles. Thanks to my buddy Adam at AMS. Adam built some really sick LT1s, LS6s, C6, stuff like that. And he is donating a bunch of stuff to me so I can film this and make some power, hopefully on some trash, one man's trash, another man's treasure. So let's get started. The lifters, I soaked them overnight in some oil. Say you don't have to, I've just always done it. Always thought that was a good idea. And then, yeah, we'll just use some assembly lube and we'll put them in. Let's get started. Memorial Day weekend here, and not much going on. I've been practicing with my TIG welder. We'll probably get some of that on video here soon. Not great, but I'm getting it. So I always talk about letting the mind go stagnant. Big person on learning new things. We will never be the best at everything, but it's pretty awesome to have a whole repertoire of skill sets that you could use if you were to need to. And there's a bunch of guys all over the internet. LS7 lifters suck. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. These are OE, as we like to say out here, so outside of Philly. Jones, OE Jones. This all came out of a running car. We swapped for Johnson's lifters. These will work. We're not building some crazy, high revving motor. This is literally a junkyard swap, and these will be just fine. Part about these is Adam donates them to me as they come out. I have now resets to these, so if for whatever reason one decides to take it, I have plenty of extras. Alright. I believe the spec on these 4 bolts is 22 foot-pounds. We're going to go hand tight. I read a lot about these guys that go crazy with these things and snap them off, which is just wild in my mind, being that it's a small 10mm bolt. Jesus, I think you're trying to go with the thing. Use the old Harbor Freight ratchet. Tight. Yeah, so I went with the best cam from Matt. I went with the import version. It's cheap. And that says that they're checked for quality control and hardness and all that other stuff. So we'll see what happens. Probably run just a standard chain on this one, and the real BS I can find, and just put this thing together. I want to boost it. I set the ring gap in the last episode for boost. But I really don't have anything to put this in. If you guys were paying attention in the last video, there was a Nova here. That is now gone. My dad finally took that back to his house, and we'll probably have some videos on that in the future. Maybe this motor will go on that. I don't know. But we'll, you know, things happen. Two mains that are just absolutely destroyed. Cam bearings are just, I mean, they're destroyed. I don't know if you can see that. The other two in the middle were alright. This was the last one. This one was okay, but if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it all. Black gloves, no lighting. You see this one was like, there we go. Maybe not, I don't know. It's just absolutely destroyed. Couldn't see myself putting a cheap cam, but a cam with that into an engine, and I know it's just going to eat it up. So, yeah. So that's, like I said, this is probably going to be a couple brief stints as some stuff rolls in and get stuff cleaned up. Waiting on valve springs. We're going to go run the packs like Matt always suggests, 12-18s, and then yeah, some push rods from Summit or Jags, one or two. I had really good luck in my last motor I put together. Carbon push rods, still be fine. And then yeah. All right. So last clip that probably is going to be meshed with this one. I believe we did rockers, or I'm sorry, lifters and things like that. In the meantime, I went through some camera changes. I got the timing chain all in. Everything's timed, torqued down. Today we're going to do oil pump, oil pickup, front cover, rear cover, and oil pan. So yeah, get started. So prior to this, I set up, put the front cover seal or front seal and new rear main seal in the covers. It's really simple. Just press out the old ones and push the new ones in. I used a block of wood to go ahead and get started, and then yeah. All right. So as I said earlier, we'll get all this stuff done. Yeah, probably noticed in the garage here there is a bit of an opening, and that's because my dad's Nova finally went back home. Got everything I needed to get done with it, and then we sent it back to a buddy of mine named Chris. And Chris is going to finish up a bunch of the stuff that it needed. So yeah, we're using a Malling's oil pump. Go ahead and get these tightened down. I did a bunch of reading online. Some guys say you need to align it. Some guys say you don't. I'm going to go with not, and yeah, hope for the best here.
I don't know how much really room you have here, but find out, I guess. Now I know that priming is probably going to be the hardest thing, or not hardest, but the most crucial thing here. So that's fine. I'll make sure that when that time comes, I'm going to take care of that. Right online, as most 10 millimeters go for GM, looking for 22 foot-pounds. I'm not really a guy that torques everything, but in this case, I don't know why, but these seem kind of crucial. Alright, so that's all done. Spin this over, we'll get the windage tray on. I'm hoping that with those Gen 5 rods that we don't have to worry about a clearancing issue on the windage tray like you would with a stroker motor or something like that, but we'll have to see. Again, I've never done this before, so we're all going to learn today. Yeah, that looks good. I know that the stands, I know that the pickup uses one of these, some of these stands or bolt-in apparatus, whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably leave those ones off until I get the pickup in, obviously. This will probably be my last video for a little bit. This is Sunday, and on Tuesday I leave for Germany for work. Those of you who don't know, I work for BMW North America, and we have a conference in Munich, so that should be pretty fun. And I'll pick up when I get back. One thing I want to bring up and talk about while we're doing this is this is the second 5.3 that I've put together, and the second one that the oil filter is put on by Hulk Hogan. I mean, I don't know, probably the guys at like Midas or wherever the hell they go, but I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's like you can't even take the thing off by hand. If you're a young gun watching this, I mean, there's absolutely no reason to tighten an oil filter the way that these things are getting tightened. It's ridiculous. So, just heads up. All right. Tighten it. So I did put one of those barbells. I don't know. I guess we'll find out how good they are. I read a bunch of reviews too on this pickup girdle, so we're gonna try that. Again, I don't know. I never really did one of these like this. We'll find out. Pardon. I watched Matt's video doing this. I don't have any high temp grease like he had, but I do have this motor grease. I think that should be fine for getting this O-ring lubed up on there. I hope. Find out. Alright, let me grab a rag here. If anybody's looking for cheap shop rags, I can tell you Costco, you gotta love it. If you don't have a Costco membership, you should. I'm just going to put a little bit on this O-ring. I'm sure this is probably not what this is used for, but it should work. I mean, Matt used red high temp grease, so I'm imagining this should be okay. This is a truck pickup tube. There we go, that's money. Yeah, so this is a truck pickup tube. I'm gonna run a truck oil pan for now. I think, and that might be a video when I get back, I have a couple things I'm looking at as far as purchases for a vehicle that this is gonna go in. If you guys know me personally, I have an absolute love for C10 pickup trucks and Fox body Mustangs. I don't know. It's probably going to be one of the two, probably either Fox body or C10. I'm losing my mind here looking for a razor blade, but we'll skip that for now. Yeah, so probably either a Fox body or a C10. Again, I love absolutely both of them. I can't get enough of either one of them. I think that C10s are probably one of the coolest vehicles out there as far as like old school stuff goes. But we'll see. I have two, like I said, two trucks or cars or whatever vehicles I'm looking at. The C10 that I'm looking at is a 78, so square body. I love square bodies. And then the Mustang I'm looking at is a Fox with it's a notchback. So we'll see. I'm going to use this Z-Whip oil pump girdle. Again, I read online, a lot of guys say you should, some guys say you don't have to. For the price of this thing, I figure we'd give it a shot. Who knows? I have to take all this apart anyway because I'm sure, you know, I did something wrong here. But again, if you guys see something, just tell me. I mean, I'm no perfect person. I don't assemble engines for a living. So if you see something and you know it's wrong, just give me a shout. Be like, yo, you did it wrong. I'm just gonna snug these hand tight. I don't think I have to go too crazy on them. Actually, a pretty nice piece. Alright, and then tighten down the rest of these. Yeah, so not really sure what I'm going to end up with. Again, probably going to be a C10 or Fox body. We'll have to see. In my free time, I started playing with my TIG welder, and I'm kind of getting it, so I'm hoping that whatever I buy, I can do some fab work. Kind of interested in doing some of that stuff. Alright. You know what, we're going to leave that on there until I'm ready to do anything else. Alright, so I'll flip this over. And before I put everything else on, I am going to spin this thing by hand. Hope to God that those rod bolts don't hit the girdle. And it looks like we got plenty of room. Cool. That works for me. Alright. I don't have an alignment tool, and I'm going to try it without it. Yeah, so I'm not sure if everything got captured. It looks like we're having some camera issues, but we wrapped up the oil pan, oil pickup, front and rear main covers, and that's where we're going to leave it off right now. I don't really have much else to do here. I'm waiting on some parts, head gaskets and things like that.